And our journey to Israel continues. Here we visited the Aqueduct, which is within the Mediterranean coast of Caesarea, Israel. It's beachhead time, everybody. And now we welcome you to the stunningly beautiful city of Haifa, Israel. We're making the most of our Israel journey. Now here's a side trip to one of the most loved tourist destinations of Israel, and is home to lovely Baha'i gardens and Elijah's cave. We also climbed to the Mount Carmel high above the Mediterranean and the coastal city of Haifa to also see another interesting site, which is the Stella Maris Monastery and the church. This monastery is the world headquarters of a Catholic religious order of friars and nuns, the Carmelites. And to celebrate Christmas, we had our pilgrim mass for the day at the Shepherd's Field, where the angels appeared to the shepherds announcing Christ's birth. And we also headed to one of the most sacred sites for the Jews, which is the tomb of King David. And of course, we took the chance to visit the Cenacle, also known as the Upper Room, is a room in Mount Zion in Jerusalem, just outside the old city walls, traditionally held to be the site of the Last Supper, the final meal that in the Gospel accounts Jesus held with the apostles. And binisita din namin the Garden of Gethsemane at the Mount of Olives, where Jesus prayed last before his arrest. So nandito yung mga pinakamatatandang puno. We also visit underneath St. Peter in Gallicanto. Jesus was confined in this sacred pit on the night before he died. Have you heard about the three acts of denial of Jesus by the Apostle Peter as described in all four Gospels of the New Testament? Here, we visited the statue of St. Peter's denial. And to complete this Holy Land experience, we did walk through the Via Dolorosa, also known as the Way of the Cross. This is actually the path where Jesus walked while bearing the cross from the place of judgment to Calvary. So it starts at the Church of Flagellation, went through the streets of Jerusalem into the Christian quarter, and ends in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Bringing the desires and intentions of our hearts and the deepest prayers of our families and friends, all the walks with fatigue and joys combined are all paid off with this kiss at the altar of Jesus' tomb. Brothers and sisters, this experience going to the altar of Jesus' tomb is a very significant moment in our lives. Maraming nagtatanong sa akin that as a Catholic believer, why at this very young age I already plan to visit the Holy Land. And actually, it wasn't just my personal will. Maybe I was really directed to come here. So, yun yung pakiramdam ko that time, that I was really pushed to be here. And sobrang fulfilling. So, I would encourage everyone to, plan and dream to come here. It's a relationship that you can really establish strong when you visit, when you see the sights na nakikita lang natin at nababasa lang natin. It's a total different experience. Having learned that for 100 years, people have been bringing their prayer requests to the Wailing Wall, and inserted between the cracks of the wall, we rush to this heavily guarded and mysterious wall where men and women are not allowed to pray together. You know what? It is believed that all prayers placed here will come true. These notes are removed twice a year from the wall and buried on the Mount of Olives. So, ang dami kong mga prayer request po na nilagay dito sa Wailing Wall. Of course, I also bring with me the prayers from my families and friends. So, with faith and positive disposition, hopefully these prayers will be really come true. Okay, after a long, tiring, but fulfilling walk, we are now heading to the old city of Jericho to visit the Mount of Temptation. Before we leave Bethlehem, we are offered with dance presentations from the Palestinians. This journey is really a memorable one. This is not just about religious affiliation, but this has also opened a lot of opportunities for me to learn different cultures and traditions. And yeah, we've experienced being hosted by Palestinians. Fascinated with the wonders of the mud from the Dead Sea and how travelers are eager to visit this site and float in water in this lowest point on Earth. Nag-rush kami papunta dito to experience swim and floating and mud scrub experience in the Dead Sea before this site becomes extinct as projected. So malapit na po itong maging extinct, and we're very lucky that we were still able to visit, to swim and experience the mud scrubbing. So ayun, binigyan lang kami ng 25 minutes to experience swimming, floating, and mud scrubbing dito sa Dead Sea. And yeah, sulit talaga itong journey namin and travel natin dito sa Israel. And the next videos, we will bring you to Egypt. It's also a continuation of our Holy Land tour. We'll visit Mount Sinai and of course the other wonders in Egypt. Thank you so much for following our Holy Land tour 2022. Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is Jeremy again from Filmora Certified Creative Community, and in this video we're going to talk about transitions in Filmora 11. Transitions are a great way to add some creativity and visual stimuli to any video. In this episode, we're going to show you the different transitions that are available in Filmora 11. So let's go ahead and take a look at the app. Alright, so when you open the Filmora app, this is the dashboard, and transitions are actually helpful, or it's very creative to use transitions when you are going to combine two or more videos and when you are going to insert also pictures. So let's go ahead and explore transition package in this app. Right, so for example, we're gonna use two videos. Let's import videos. Okay, so once you have already imported your media file, you're just gonna drag them down to the timeline. It's two different scenes. Transitions are helpful in order for the video to actually look cinematic and creative. So when you go to transition tab, there's a lot of options for you to choose from. So Wondershare Filmora 11 is very rich in resources when it comes to transitions. So there is a recommended option, you will have a cinematic options, you also have different categories for transition package. So yeah, let's try this vintage movie pack transition. So all you need to do when you use the transition is to highlight that and then drag them to your media file in the timeline. So that's very easy. You can also adjust the transition if you wanted to drag it between two videos. So you see, it's very easy to use transitions, and there's a lot of options that you can use here in Wondershare Filmora 11. That's it for our quick Filmora 11 tips.
Something about an easy thing, something about it comes so naturally.